morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're located in the world. Well, who is this? My goodness, you know what? Today I have so much joy because I'm having right next to me someone I grew up with back home from my home country. It is an honor and a privilege to have life coach Mrs. Dano Goit. Well, Dano, welcome to my studio.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I'm so thrilled to be here in person.
In person. You flew all the way from Seattle.
Yes, ma'am.
To be here in Florida. I am so part of the show.
Well, thank you so much. I'm trying to get used to it because, it's raining over there. I mean, the sun is good to me over here. I came for some vitamin D, but it seems like the humidity is getting me glowing over and over again.
Yes, the humidity sometimes around this time here in the state of Florida can be pretty high.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. I forgot that part though.
That's right. But we love it here.
Why don't I start by the beginning? For those of you who haven't, seen our previous Zoom show,
yes.
And then for those of you who forgot who I am, my name is Dano Goit. I am a life coach. I am a mom, a wife, a former stay-at-home mom, and a good friend.
Yes,
right. And as a life coach, I empower women over 40 to build unshakable confidence and embrace their true value.
Yes, it is so important to cultivate that in us because what I find out. This is something recently having to interview a few women. We have a lack of confidence, and when I say we, I'm not saying that everyone, but the majority of us.
Yes.
Even just before we started that interview, we had to repeat it for how many times? Multiple times. And I'm gonna be very transparent.
Yes, tonight, right?
Because hey, number one, and I was looking at it, I said, well, Dano, I don't like to. My stomach is showing too big. My arm is so gigantic.
Yes.
My face is not that clear or it's too clear. What's wrong with myself?
Yeah,
So we start questioning.
Well, we did, right? We did, but we didn't go deeper with that because we still love ourselves, right? I'm like, okay, look at my belly. I don't want my belly to be all over your camera, right? But I'm saying that it's not that I'm not accepting myself. I am accepting myself. But, sometimes, as a woman, you always questioning those type of things, right? But you need to know not to let them power you, right? Yes. And then you need to know when and how to accept yourself.
That's right. Because accepting ourselves, I think it becomes like a skill because not everyone has that.
And
we always find something that is wrong with us more than what is good about us. And I believe the main reason why we're talking about this tonight, it's unprepared. This
this is a raw show. Okay, it's just us.
Let's just talk.
Yeah.
And we have so much, good about us, and we tend to forget all of that. We tend to forget that we have the strength to wake up every morning, to get ready, get the children ready, get the husband ready, and go to work and come back, and to cook, get the house clean, and keep the house clean, keep the children checked, and everything. We forget we're doing all of that. But the minute that we stand in front of a camera and we see that stomach, oh my God, it's too big.
Yes.
We tend to send those pictures to the lab, okay? gonna be transparent tonight to
Yep.
the lab to just shrink our stomach, shrink our face, shrink everything about us
Yes.
because we think that we are not good enough.
Enough, right? And because of that, we have decided to be raw tonight. So
That's right. Well,
what you see is what I know what it is. So
just
I
came
am
back
the real
from
me.
work. Yes,
Yes.
I just came back from work. I'm not even taking a shower yet. So what I did, maybe put a lip gloss, and this is me tonight. Wow.
Yes. So, and I think it's important sometimes to, when we have those type of show, for example, me talking about, elevating other women, talking about self-confidence, and it's okay sometimes to show people who you are, who you really are, right? Because
Yes.
we cannot be hiding behind,
Behind
cameras
curtain.
or behind whatever, how we call it again, behind filters,
Filters.
social media filters anymore, or not
Yes.
all the time. But
Right.
sometimes I think that our viewers, right,
Mhm.
they deserve to know or to see
The
who,
true.
the true us, right? And I think it's important.
Yes.
So,
But you think, is it because we are, when I say we, because I include myself in it,
Mhm.
I'm not going to exclude myself. Do you think it's because we are ashamed of how we look, or we think that we can look better than this and let's do it that way? Because what happened is, some women, sometimes when I meet them in person, I have a hard time knowing who they are
Mhm.
because the filter, the look that they have behind the filter and the real person can be totally different.
Yes.
Or a little bit different, but it's not the same person.
Yes. I think it's more I would say self comparison, and then like you said, many of us are ashamed of ourselves, and I think also that social media is not helping.
Yeah, social
Right?
media tends to put a lot of pressure on us.
Exactly. So we call that societal pressure.
Yes.
Because people, they start comparing themselves. They start thinking that they are not good enough. She's better than me. But what they tend to forget, usually what you see on social media is what they want you to see. Your life might be way better than someone else's life. You see what I mean?
Yes, yes.
And when you are doing that, you are comparing yourself and your inner self or your inner gift, well, to someone else external, whatever the person wants to show. And it's not a real comparison, because this is not the real person that you're looking at on camera.
So
And it's sad.
It is so sad. And I think what's been happening lately, and in the financially, they are deepening into their finance because they want to keep up with whatever they're seeing. So meaning that some, even if they have the last $1,000, they want to use it to go to that place so they could take pictures.
And that's
just to show people they've been there.
Yes.
They were there and they're going, and guess what? And the next day, guess what? Don't even have the money to pay your own bill.
That's what I'm saying. Societal pressure killing people out there. And then I think once I was I was watching this video. This girl once, she was on YouTube, and she was explaining that she had to leave another social media platform. I just don't want to name them, right? But she said that it was too much for her, too much pressure, too much, because she had to buy this type of bag, this type of shoes, and everything. And the next thing she knows, she realized that she was losing it. Anxiety was taking over, right? And when she realized that, and she said, "Ooh, no, too much for me." So she has to close that platform, take a break, and go do something else.
Yes, that's why it's important sometimes. You can't. You have to put yourself, go on hiatus. Take a break. Take a break. Meditate. Reconnect.
Yeah.
And work on yourself for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just connect with your reality, connect with your family, connect with what you currently have, not what you looking at like you tend to have. And the reason why I say that, because the reason why I say that, I'm going to talk to you about it also. You know, people do things on purpose just that because they want to provoke us.
I know.
You,
I know that.
they want to provoke because they know they don't have it. They know they didn't go to certain location. They know they didn't go to that type of restaurant, but they can stand out there right in front of it and take a picture. And guess what? You see it, pictures look so nice, and you want to go there too.
Yeah.
And before you know, then that night you spend over $2,000 just because
You
want to
saw,
do
yeah,
whatever so
someone else did, you know. And me, you know, I'm teaching, you know, helping women build self-confidence, but I think that awareness, self-awareness to me is very important, right? Because you need to know when you see those things, you need to, you know, I understand they are so flashy out there, and when you see that, you say, oh my God. But you need to, you know, think about yourself, who you are, right? um what are you doing? Where are you going? So what are your values, right? What are your own worth, right? Because we cannot do whatever other people are doing out there.
No, your self-worth.
Yeah, self-worth, right?
Yes. And if you have that, if you cultivate enough self-worth, there are certain things you're gonna see people do. You're not gonna even be interested about it because you think, because you're gonna know that you are worthy. You know that you're higher than that.
Yeah, that's the thing. We hear, a lot of us, we are appreciating what other people are doing, and then we are so harsh on ourselves. And I think that's sad, right? And those things can lead to, you know, depression.
That is so sad, right? Okay, so how, for those women who are watching this now, can you give us, because I'm part of them, some tips how to cultivate that self-confidence?
You know, cultivating self-confidence, like I said again, it's self-awareness, and it's a mindset shifting, right? So you need to be aware of what is happening around you, and you need to be aware where you stand, okay, what your values are. You need to, you know your worth, you know, and all of these, because, and you also need to know how to, you know, shut down those noises, right? That's a lot of noise out there. Shut down the noise, and then ignore the noise, right? And then if you need to back off for a moment, you know, take yourself off social media, withdraw yourself from social media, do it, right? And then reconnect with yourself, with yourself, and ask yourself, who are you, right? And then, like, yeah, to me, I think it's just stand up in front of your mirror, and sometimes you say, hey, this is me, my name is Danu, enchanté, right? It's you need to know yourself over and over again, right? And it's so important to do that.
One of the things that I've been doing since the beginning of this year, and if someone, is watching me in my bathroom, they'll probably will call 911 or think that I'm crazy.
Are you crazy, right?
Yes, because I've been doing what you taught me last year. I'm standing in front of the mirror and I repeat it multiple times.
Yes.
You are Lorraine, I am beautiful, I'm successful,
I am worthy,
I'm blessed, I'm
yes,
healed, all of that multiple
yo,
times.
I am enough.
Yes. So my brain tends to my brain now is getting used to it.
Yes.
And I could feel like there's a shift in my inner self. And when I walk, as always, when I always walk into a room with confidence, but now I feel like I have more confidence.
Yes, right. And that power.
Like this weekend, this Sunday, I was invited to a private event to present my company, because most of you been watching me, then you know that I have a tea company. And those whoever invited me, they are not part of, they're not part of my network. I'm not used to them. They're totally different race, different nationality. I'm not used to them. But in the past, I'll be so reluctant on going and
Yes.
giving excuses.
Yes.
So this time I said, well, I'm coming.
Yes.
So therefore, you gotta get up and show up.
Yes, right. Because those opportunities as well, you cannot let them pass like that. And remember, we deserve.
But you know what? It was part of the self-confidence. If you don't have it and you feel like, oh, I don't think I will do the best presentation. I don't think I'm good enough to
Yes.
among
these people, right?
So that's self-confidence. Once you build it and you have a different approach in life, and this is what's going on. So we said it's not going to be a formal show. It's going to be a quick 20, 15 minutes. And I think we've been over 20 minutes now.
Yeah, I don't know, but please excuse me, because these type of chairs, I'm not used to them. I always have to, turn over, because they tend to run away with me.
So
right?
What I do, I kind of like stick myself into it, and I talk to them. I say, "You go."
That's the thing. I am short. My leg cannot, reach the floor.
Sorry, Shorty.
Don't mind me.
Shorty, she's my Shorty right there.